I could bathe in that. I could bathe in that.
Oh, that means it's a Friday.
That's not bad.
It is very good. In Search of Sun. Check it out.
Well, no, I can't. I'm a ginger. I don't search for the sun.
Well, that does sound a little ironic.
I hide from the sun. Show me that bad, and I'll listen to the fuck out of it.
Virgin Funk Mother.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Naming conventions.
That is the name of the record. In Search of Sun, the band, and we're going to be talking about that shit coming up a little later.
Sounds like your stray cat friend is outside.
Yeah. Oh, I do. I have, not the Stray Cats, the band, because they probably would be hanging around. I would chase them away. However, a couple of cats have adopted my outside domicile, and so they're hanging out and doing weird gangster cat things.
I was wondering about that. They're like sitting on the porch, snapping their fingers, pulling out switchblades.
I'm waiting for them to do some crazy ass weird throwback music. Yeah. It is the Mead Metal and MMA podcast where we come together each week, and literally each week as we're getting closer and closer to our 1 year anniversary, where we come together and talk about our three favorite things, which is Mead, Metal, and MMA.
Fridays, goodness.
And you might be saying, there's a third voice on here. I recognize the voice.
Ignore it.
Back by popular demand.
That's right. Tens of people requested it.
Always. Well, consider we have like fives of people listening to this thing. That's always an impressive thing. We haven't had him on since the most overhyped fight of the century, which was Mayweather-McGregor.
Greatest fight ever.
I did call that fight correctly, by the way.
Yeah.
And as Samuel joined us here today. Good day, sir.
How's it going, you guys?
Yeah,
Doing well.
Good to get you on the show.
It's time to talk about a MMA pay-per-view rather than a boxing pay-per-view.
All right, so look, I'll say what I can about it.
Our biggest problem is we're never going to do a boxing
pay-per-view.
So
Rematch be damned.
Unless McGregor's involved or some asshole from the MMA.
I don't know. I'm good, man. I'm good with the boxing shit. I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I think it was just a solid reminder of how boring boxing actually is
to
watch, and there's a reason that it's dying.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they once upon a time. By that I mean like 100 years ago, boxing and horse racing. That was the shit. Am I coming in too hot or too low?
No, the gain on here is like a little sketchy. I got to tap it every once in a while. Come on, bitch!
Need a new board. You people need to support our Mead.
That's right. Start buying our shit because everything we have is dying.
Actually, here's the scariest thing, though, is that we're probably going to be visual, I think. If our timeline is
that is a scary thing.
Early
That's
2018.
terrifying. What are you doing?
Early 2018, we're going to be getting some cameras going on this shit. So it'll be a visual podcast, which means I'll have to start putting my pants on.
Yeah. No more whipping your dick out halfway through.
It does make it kind of awkward to drive all the way out here just to be greeted by that.
That's true.
That is.
Well, welcome to the new regime, man.
It is. It's the new world order. All right, we come together to talk about a lot of fun things. Actually, we usually start with this. How's your week?
It was all right, actually. The ginger that I talked about.
Your protege.
That's right, my Padawan, if you will, my hospitality Padawan.
You're young Skywalker.
Yeah, he's quitting
because of you.
I would take it as a compliment if that was the case, but no, he. I guess he's found a job at the Department of Corrections in Clovis.
Not enough people to talk to, probably. Is that
and that's a great job for a 6'4", 19-year-old awkward ginger guy that hates people.
Prisoners love to talk.
Have so much fun.
It's gonna be a blast.
It is funny because Samuel kind of comes out of that particular line of work.
Amazing.
Yeah, you got to be a little hard, right?
No, I used to imagine like I would sit there and rub my hands together. It's like if I only had a ginger walk in today.
No, this legit 19-year-old. God, can he even work for the goddamn CDC?
I have no idea.
Unfortunately, can there are no age limitations.
Yeah, he wants to be a cop in Utah for some reason.
What?
I don't know.
What?
Is this a weird, like, over 6 foot tall redhead thing? It's like, well, it is the homeland.
Yeah, I guess
I want to be a cop, but like, let's be specific here. There's one place I want to enforce the law,
and I guess if you're over
Utah.
6 feet tall,
a bunch of Mormons. I want to enforce the law over a bunch of Mormons.
Listen, I want to be in the desert, but I don't want to be in the fun desert.
Look, if you're over 6 feet tall and you're a ginger, apparently more career options are available to you.
In Utah, apparently, I don't know.
Exclusively in Utah. You know why? Because that state gets to regulate what booze comes in.
Right.
That's why everyone's pretty well balanced.
Yeah,
no, that's much of a meth problem over there, from what I hear. So
that's got to be sarcasm. There's a meth problem. Oh, where you at? West of Mississippi? Yes, there's a meth problem. East? Yes. Let's see. Any weird, random things from you aside from your Padawan quitting?
Well, I didn't get puked on this week, which is nice.
Mm-hmm. That's an advantage over last week.
I figured it'd be kind of weird with it being Halloween, on a fucking Tuesday, and I'm working the overnight.
Right.
Nothing weird. Nothing weird at all.
Nothing?
Yeah, I have to admit. Yeah, my life's been pretty drab this week. I have, however, accumulated 1,200 victories in UFC 2 online.
So apparently you've been left alone to your own devices.
Life has been okay. Life has been fine.
I was all ready for Halloweeners.
Yeah.
Is that what you call them? Wieners? Halloweeners?
Hella dick.
So I picked up a bunch of Luden's cough drops and craft singles, but didn't have anybody come by.
Did you wrap the cheese around the lozenges?
Well, that was the idea. It makes it go down easier on the dog. So.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why no one.
I was thinking. I thought you were giving that out to children.
No, just a dog to prevent her cough. Shit, Sam, you guys live closer to town, though, right?
Oh, yeah, but no one comes into our neighborhood, man.
Oh, wow. You live in one of those interesting neighborhoods.
It's one of those places, like, it's like the beginning of Judge Dredd. You just see the riot going on down in the streets. There's fires.
The part where you, see taco trucks, and eventually you start seeing taco trucks that are not in English.
Yeah. I saw one...
El Mana.
I saw one family of trick-or-treaters, and they came to the beginning of our street, and they just stopped. Yeah. They stopped as if they could sense it and turn around and went the other way.
I dig the ones that come by that are like my age and they have pillowcases for a sack.
Well, that's because they have high goals for that night.
Look, you know what this is.
This is really just me getting
Here's your cheese and lozenge, child.
Been a fun week. Little identity theft issue for me. That's always fun.
Oh, yeah, you were talking about
Dilly,
that yesterday.
Dilly. Always a fun time.
Do tell, I'm curious.
Yeah, no, I ended up getting an alert that my other card from Capital One was maxed out. Well, other card. Hold on.
Pardon me.
Hold the fuck on. I only have one card through different people for different weird purposes. I'll leave to my own device. But no, I got a heads up and I got a hold of them. I think I don't have two cards for you people. And they said, we know. And that's why they kind of shut it down.
Nice.
So now all of my credit is locked down for a week. So,
oh boy,
everything.
Oh, damn, nothing but ramen and cheap Mexican.
That's right. I'm going to be out doing some busking on the street corner.
Man's got to eat. Man's got to eat.
I was always told you might go far as a busker. Sam, how's your week?
Oh, don't even ask me that.
Oh shit.
All right, moving on.
I did though. I did.
It was nothing. Nothing happened this week at all.
Are you shitting me?
No, I sat and I watched the news.
That sounds terrible already.
So you're basically like a 65-year-old woman then.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
I can get behind that life, man. Nothing happened. I would love to come to this table on a Friday and say, when you ask me how my week was, say, fine.
That is true because we usually have some weird eventful shit.
I miss stuff happening. I miss things happening to me.
Well, let's move on into it. Our three topics. Mead, Metal MMA. We'll start on Mead this week. First off, progress. Long ships, still flocculating.
Still bubbling away.
Like a champ. So that means it's going to be at least another week, probably 2 weeks before we move it over. And we're going to move it over to another fermenter, and then that's when we're going to start adding the flavoring. We'll put in the toasted French oak.
Right.
And which gives it its flavor and color. And some of our other secret magic shit, and then we'll probably give it a couple weeks in that, and then we'll move it over to a glass carboy where it will sit for probably a couple more weeks after that, and then we will be bottling, and that's time frame. Hopefully, right about the time our wine and cheese social kicks off.
Yeah, I think the yeast is picking up a little more because we've had a lot of warmer weather.
Yeah, it does.
Saturday and Sunday, it might really be rocking.
Yeah, and I don't push for that. I mean, it's a natural flow of events.
It's a tough thing to control, though, when you're just kind of homebrewing.
Yeah, I mean, if we had a bigger refrigeration unit and we wanted to let each batch sit for 6 months or whatever in primary.
Oh no, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, but it'd be a fucking lot of money too. That's true. We could do that. But so we are kind of at the whimsy of the gods as far as it goes.
It should be with ambrosia.
Well, if we that troublemaker batch is probably going to be facing nothing but cold weather for a very long time. And as such, a cold fermentation is probably going to be more like a late January, even though we're looking to start it next week, which brings us to that next topic. We were ready to go yesterday.
Yes.
We were at a crossroads.
I've been longing for my drunky drink. And got to wait a little bit longer.
I was going to leave you explain why while I was taking a sip of
I don't
beer.
want to talk about it anymore, man.
Well, the whole thing is, so we had
Yeah.
everything laid out. We've got the 18 pounds of honey to go. We've got everything that we flavor with, because we basically make a heavy concentrated tea.
Yeah,
as
and
it
when
were.
we do Troublemaker, we like to go a little extra on the honey.
Yeah, no, 18 pounds compared to the 15.
Right.
We usually do on most other batches. But we also utilize a different yeast.
Yes.
To capitalize on that, I thought we had a packet left. We had no packets of yeast left on that. We had our regular Lalvin
The
D47.
D40, yeah. D47.
And I had asked you last night, do we go ahead and start it? Because it would taste the same, but it wouldn't have the same miner's kick to the balls.
Yeah. Well, see, we were talking a while back that, we have a process with every mead.
Right?
And we were
Right
talking
or wrong?
about... right or wrong, we have our process. And, you talk about, trying to fix shit that ain't broke. I think going with a new mead, not a new mead, but a new yeast, something would change in it.
Yeah.
Because it's a very specific kind of batch.
Right.
And we just hit it perfectly the first go round.
Yeah. So long story short, so we have the right yeast ordered. It's going to come in Tuesday. Likely as not, we'll probably go ahead and put that thing together about Thursday. And, right? Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah.
And, I can get wrecked that night because I don't have to work that Friday.
Fucking A. Another when a plan comes together. Life can be pretty cool sometimes.
Okay, and then the other thing, though, I'm going to let Brandon go ahead and fill us in on what we're looking at here, because as much as we always like you to support our business, what we're doing, Brandon decided to support someone else's business.
That's right. I'm a goddamn turncoat.
Heretic.
Grimfrost is a company that delves in straight up Viking
attire.
Everything.
Actually, they're kind of stealing what my ideas were.
Yeah. They're getting it done on a huge scale, and they got the guy from Amon Amarth, I think, is like a owner in it.
Yeah.
But they do awesome necklaces. They do the whole 9 yards for Viking the look. But they also do mead, and I've always wanted to try it, but they've never had a U.S. distributor.
Yeah.
Or someone that would import it. They have 3 different kinds: a plain, what we'd call vanilla mead, a grand mead of sorts, I think, and a lingonberry mead, which is what we have here today.
Yeah.
It's lingonberries and pine shoots. Those are the main flavoring ingredients that there. Outside of a fuckload of honey is going to be my guess.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, it does say 100% honey, lingonberry, poop shoot wine.
Ah, poop shoot wine.
Poop shoot
Oh, pine shoot wine.
go.
Pine shoot wine.
Right from Roosevelt County Detention Center.
The ingredients are listed: water, honey, lingonberry, pine shoot, and yeast. And also contains sulfites.
And over here in the flavor
They
test,
use chemicals, bastards.
Well, much as
teach 'em.
we all have to do.
Yeah.
Frankly, if you're like a good drunkard, we will probably make a batch uninhibited by all chemicals, but you're going to have to let us know, and you have to drink it within 30 days.
Yes. It will not have a shelf life at all.
No. Well, outside of what the liquor does, the alcohol content does to keep it away. I've been watching too much goddamn Trailer Park. Outside of what the liquor ball does to you. All right. So what we're going to do, so Brandon orders this stuff. We're going to take a photo. It'll probably be our photo of the week, I guess.
Yeah.
For the podcast, I think.
Yeah, no doubt.
So we're going to go ahead and give it a little trial right here. And have you tried any of this? Because I know you ordered multiple.
Yeah. No, I haven't tried it yet. I was waiting until today.
Okay. Well, shit. I
figured all of us should
feel
try
a
it for the first time together. Like a
little
fucking
special.
family, you see?
feel a little special right here.
I got a little bit excited because I went to look at this Grimfrost
Wow.
website.
At first, it came out like cough syrup. I was a little bit nervous.
There's
Okay.
a section on it literally labeled Viking beards, and everything else on here they're selling stuff.
Oh, yeah, beard oils.
Yeah,
Yes.
but that's
Which, by the way,
disappointing.
which is actually our next step. But hey,
Wow.
fuck those guys in Sweden.
disappointing because I was hoping that they were actually selling beards.
Oh,
Beards would be good, but yes, beard oil better.
kind of a rosy.
Looks like a rosé.
Yeah.
Looks like a rosé. Looks like, are we in southern France?
Ooh, all I smell is
It's
honey.
very sweet smelling.
All I smell is honey.
They,
A
yeah.
little honey on the back end.
They backed it with honey.
Yeah. It's not bad.
It's kind of
Very sweet.
Yeah.
Kind of tart.
There's not a
It
whole
does
lot of
have a weird
substance to it.
tartness you don't see in other meats, right?
Well, see, I don't even know what the fucking lingonberry tastes like.
Well, lingonberry's kind of a.
I'm thinking like something along the lines of a cranberry or something.
No, it's between. Well, it's between a strawberry and a cranberry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that'll explain the tartness. Then.
Yeah.
It's dry though. Kind of leaves your
very
mouth.
dry. Very
leaves
dry.
your mouth. I like that.
Dry but sweet.
Don't really get a whole lot of the honey though until after you swallow it.
Oh.
No, the honey is there. I mean, if you're an asshole like I am and you like stick your nose
Right.
in the glass when you get ready,
Quite
it's there.
dilly-dilly.
It is there. It
Yeah.
is there.
Oh, especially in the nose.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What's your thoughts, Sam?
It's like there's nothing there. I mean, I don't want to insult it. I don't want to insult it.
You
wanna
fucking heathen! Clearly, you are of the lower class.
the entire country
But
of Sweden.
I see this bottle. I see this liquid in my glass, and I'm like, okay, I know this is alcohol, and I take a drink of it, and it's just like, oh, okay. It's good. It's just it doesn't kick much, and I
Okay.
kind of
So,
expected a kick.
you were expecting a burn.
Yeah.
Well, see, that could also be a blessing and a burden
Well, I do.
because I could drink an entire bottle of this and not
Oh, I
realize it
could
until I'm already
destroy
done howling.
myself on this.
Now, here's the whole thing. Comparative to what we do, the burn that Samuel's talking about with ours, you get this weird warm thing that hits you in the breastplate all the way down.
Because if you get one of our bottles, like right off the bat, you're getting one it's still pretty young. You know,
Generally,
there's still a bit of a alky punch there.
with one asterisk, and that is on the Holy King coming up in December. But yes,
Oh yeah, that's going to be a whole beast
To be
altogether.
fair, my entire experience with Mead, it's been y'all stuff. So
Yes.
I'm
That's
just-
all right. Stay true to
comparing
us.
it.
Stay
I'm
true.
comparing
I like it. I like it.
And
So
I like
Brandon
y'all's
Brandon
better.
overpaid. Like,
Yeah, no shit. Last time I tried to put money into this goddamn show,
I don't know. Okay. Now
I'd
here's
give
the thing.
that.
I like it.
Yeah.
It has got a complex little figure to it that we well, let's not lie to ourselves. We have it in ours,
Yes.
and that is what it is the conversion of honey to alcohol.
Sure.
And it's got a very distinctive thing that it does, but what it doesn't have is that burn. That burn is kind of what I actually almost require. I like to have that where it
bit of
kind of
warmth,
hits me
yeah.
a little bit warm,
Now,
right
it
about
could
right about
also
where you
be-
want to punch somebody if they're mouthing off.
It could
right?
also be because we've been drinking rye and beer before this.
No, that's not.
No.
That's not.
Really?
No. We could crack up. Do you want me to go get a goddamn bottle of Green Man? I'll
Well,
do it
that'll
right
have
now.
a burn no matter what, booze or otherwise.
Yeah, but yeah, that's
You
the
know
only
what
thing
it
I-
reminds me of is sake. In that, like, if you can get some sake that isn't that hot,
Right.
this is what this reminds me of. That's the tartness really puts that. It really does.
I like Samuel's take on it.
Yeah.
I do. I think that's right. It's good. Yes, and by God, enjoy because you did buy multiple. Well, you have to.
I got 2 more in my house.
Yeah. I think you'll probably find it. I would probably actually get it a little bit cold, and it'd go down like a fucking champ.
I feel like the colder it gets, though, the more of the nuances you're going to miss out on.
Yeah.
But I'm not
Because really, I'm
not a huge fan of the nuances that it's coming with, though. I guess.
You could destroy your life on this, though.
Yeah,
I'm
really-
not gonna lie.
I'm
you
actually
could
a big
get Amy
fan.
Winehouse on this if you wanted
Yeah.
to.
And the pine shoots on the back end is pretty nice.
Yeah, I
It's
think
not as present as it is like in Holly King with the juniper berries, you know?
well. See, that's the whole thing. I'm trying to think if we've ever done anything even kind of comes on a parallel, and we haven't.
Yeah.
So I'm all right with that. Grimfrost. You know what? There needs to be more mead in the world. I'm not
Sure.
being an
Yeah,
asshole.
like,
Oh,
I'm
no,
not
of
shooting
course.
this down, not shooting this down
But-
at all.
No,
yeah.
I'll give that I'm going to give it a 4 Viking drinking vessels out of 5.
All right. I'll go 3.5 or so. But yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to go with Kevin 3.5.
Yeah.
All right. That's our mead portion. As we'll probably go ahead and figure out how to drain the rest
Time
of this.
to I'll take care of that later. I still have UFC 2 picks to make, motherfuckers.
Metal. Yeah, we've got a long podcast. We've been lingering a little bit long on the mead side. So let's move on. Metal. Not a lot of releases this week. However, I do have some recommendations on new releases. Beast and Black put out their new one this week. We have 2 different takes on this one. In that Brandon caught one clip that
Yeah, I caught a 40-second clip on Nuclear Blast Facebook, and it was pretty good. But of
Yeah.
course, you're going to put the best bits out when you're trying to sell an album.
Especially if you're Nuclear Blast.
Yeah.
Those guys, that's what they do.
Yeah, it's really getting weird over there.
They, I'm not a huge fan. It's okay. Check them out.
It's fine. If you like Blind Guardian, you'll love these guys.
Yeah. Beast in Black is the name. The album is Berserker. So pick that up if you want. I don't recommend it. Dead Quiet. Dead Quiet put out one. This is one that's a sleeper.
Yeah.
Quiet Rights is the new
They
album.
Quiet Riot.
No, Quiet Rights is the album, or Grand. God damn it, Grand Rights. Dead Quiet got me all messed up. Dead Quiet. Grand Rights is the album. Check that one out. It's actually really good. It's on YouTube. They probably are up to at least 20 or 30 views now.
Yes. Knocking it out of the park.
One of my favorite sludgy little stoner bands is Hobosexual. Their new one is out, Monolith. I don't know about Monolith, but I do know this. The making of Monolith, get on YouTube and look at that shit right now.
Yeah, it's like it's one of the more funnier 10 minutes you can,
Hold on,
you can have.
sell me on this.
It's a lot. They present
like
it as a documentary.
Yeah, it's like a Spinal Tap style
Very
making
much.
of.
Yeah, a Spinal Tap style, like in a weird, like a weird warehouse district. If the warehouse is made up of purely like weird corrugated tin and shit,
oh my God.
with a Russian producer, and the guy doesn't even pull it off that well. That's kind of the hilarity of it.
Yeah.
We'll play it for you after the
All right,
podcast is
I'm
over.
down. I'm down.
Now, here's the one that you truly do need to check out this week is In Search of Sun. The album is Virgin Funk Mother.
Not fucking
I haven't
bad
heard a
at
bad
all.
track off it.
Yeah.
So.
No, I walked in right before we started and heard this, and I was like, how have I not heard of these guys?
Yeah, the album artwork is dope as always. They really sound like a edgier Incubus to me.
No, that's a good call.
well,
Yeah.
That's a
yeah.
good call. They're proggy. I will say this.
Yeah.
Now, for those people who listen to this show, they go, no, there's either doom or stoner metal.
No.
This is not analog enough.
No, check it out because there's a lot of really, really good musicianship in this album. And I'm not even talking about like our biggest sponsor out of Austin, who would probably appreciate the shit out of this. But
Yeah,
it's called
definitely. He needs to check it out.
In Search of Sun, and the album is Virgin Funk Mother. The whole
I kind of
thing's
wish
on
the name of
YouTube.
the band was Virgin Funk Mother.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what
I
it was.
I kind of thought that as well. I really
Yeah.
did.
That's a good album. That's
Yeah.
a good band name, but no.
All right, sir, what you got in metal for this?
Murder and
Wait, I
metal.
was actually trying to figure out, isn't there a birthday this week? No.
No, actually, as far as birthday goes, it's pretty
Oh, I know what it is.
dry.
Actually, Caitlyn Jenner. No.
Shut
No.
up.
It's one of
That's a different show altogether.
Why are you even bringing? What
Why are you doing this?
What have you done?
I wanted to see the two of you rise up to try to kill me like the
Kevin's
peasants.
over here like, how do I torpedo my own show?
Samuel, how'd you like to be on a podcast every Friday?
It's like,
like the peasants out in front of Frankenstein's castle.
25 years ago today, November 3rd, 1992, Rage Against the Machine puts out their self-titled debut album.
Yes.
And
And then they decided, you know what we're going to do? We're going to make sure every song's political because
of
that's
course.
how we're going to.
Well, when your album cover is that of a monk on fire.
Yeah.
what do you expect? From
Yeah. Guerrilla Radio was really the one that was like still political, but not
that's-
really
Battle
Relevant?
for Los Angeles was
really there.
Yeah, Battle for Los Angeles was more about like geopolitics, really.
Right.
But,
Ghost of Tom Joad probably still their. Is that probably their highlight? Yeah.
No, it's more like Bulls on Parade.
yeah,
Killing in the Name of.
testify.
Oh, right. Okay.
I mean, it's good shit, but I don't like my politics, my music to get intertwined unless that's just your thing.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, if you ever want to seem smart and impress the college chick, you put on Know Your Enemy.
There you go.
There
It's
you
like,
go.
I'm
Yep.
edgy, but I know what I'm talking about. Come back to my dorm room.
Samuel's the man who knows.
Stone Temple Pilots have found a new vocalist
Okay.
Who is
and they've announced a comeback show for November 14th.
is
at
this
the
an
Troubadour in
unknown,
LA.
or are they?
May I approach the elephant in the room on this? Why are you still doing shit as Stone Temple Pilots when one singer,
Both
that
of
you
your
had,
singers have died.
fired him and he died, and then you had another one and he died? Why don't you do something new?
I hope it ain't Eddie Vedder, man, because that means he's going in the dirt soon as well.
That's it. Eddie Vedder going to take a dirt nap.
They haven't said who it is.
The
They're
maddening curse of
planning for a
metal.
big reveal at this November 14th show at the Troubadour.
You know what? That's That's aggravating to me.
Yeah, I can take it or leave it.
Well, my problem is Stone Temple Pilots was Scott Weiland, the DeLeo brothers,
Yeah.
and fucking what's his name on the drums. That was the band. And once that was not the band, see, I was not a big Chester guy for Stone Temple Pilots. I was a big Chester guy for fucking Linkin Park.
Yeah. Gosh. Well, we'll see. I mean, I'm curious to know who it is. That's about really all I care about is just who is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, like I'm wanting to know if it's an unknown, if they pick someone else up.
He did not extrapolate at all. He just says, you'll all find out November 14th. Buy tickets, motherfucker.
We got a big free
me.
agent signing in the wings. You're going to love it.
Man, it bothers me a lot.
Aussie.
Another quick note, because if anything Devin Townsend related comes in the news, I'm going to fucking talk about it.
Yeah, you're going to hear about it.
You damn right. Devin Townsend, he has 4 albums ready to go.
Of course he does.
This guy puts out an album every 12 to 18 months. It's fucking amazing. And they're usually knocking him out of the park. So I'm curious to hear about that. It says it's going to be a little heavier, which Devin Townsend can do heavy.
I would recommend maybe do less, maybe.
Do less what? Music?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you're obviously not smart.
Well, I'm obviously a genius because the bands that do the best are the ones that don't put out a fucking garage CD every month. But, you know.
Yeah, well, he didn't put out garage CDs.
All right, go fuck yourself. Okay, so let's move on to the MMA portion of the podcast.
I don't understand. I don't understand the Devin Townsend hatred.
I think he's talented, and he puts it on display very regular, hyper regular, one might say.
I'm still waiting to hear what the problem
Yeah, I'm
is.
trying to figure this out.
Yeah.
So okay, so like you're supposed to embrace all 50 tracks that he's done since 2015.
No. Not saying that at all, but it doesn't hurt to have some productivity, and he tours all the fucking time. He's a busy guy.
You ever hear the phrase "leave him wanting for more"?
Not when you're basically an underground sensation.
Well, all right. Well, maybe that's it.
It's not
Maybe
like
that's
he's
it.
going platinum with every
It's
release.
kind of hard to oversaturate
Kind of like
the
that
market.
country cat out from Melrose, like puts out like a garage CD every like 3 weeks.
Melrose, New Mexico.
Yeah. Every 3 weeks. Hey,
I'm
yeah,
curious.
why don't you play this shit? Because no.
That's called slinging your hook.
That's right.
This day in 1990, Ice Ice Baby became the first rap single to top the U.S. single charts.
Me and CJ were back
Born?
in college.
We were born on that day.
I was alive.
A lot of babies were conceived that
Me
day.
and CJ were in Carlsbad.
I was in fear that you were going to say that you were conceived on that day.
My wife was not alive, so it's possible
Ice
that
Ice
could have
Baby.
been playing in the background.
I'd way rather be a.
Let's kick it.
I'd way rather be a let's get it on, baby.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, it's just we were back in Carlsbad a few weeks ago, and I had my Spotify on. It was just on random, and Under Pressure comes on, and her little sister's in the back seat, and she goes, "Let's kick it," and it's like, "No, shut up."
Oh wow!
Stop what you're
Did
doing.
you lay down the law?
I did. I was upset. I don't usually get like that. I don't usually get like that.
Well, yeah, I'd heard the bass line in Ice Ice Baby before I'd heard it Under Pressure.
I don't.
Well, but it's the same, yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, it's the same. That's what he went bankrupt for, because he sampled that bass line without permission.
Yeah.
He didn't ask and just stole it. It's the same as when MC Hammer got messed up for sampling from Super Freak.
Right.
But what is a good steal? I would argue Ice Cube. Today's a good day. That one actually is. That's probably my.
What was lifted on that?
Fuck, I don't remember the band. It was like a 70s 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could Google it. I have a fucking. If only I had a computer at my fingertips. But
If only there was a way.
But no.
If only I had all
it's
of
not
human
that-
knowledge before my fingertips.
It is not that big a deal. But no. But I thought that was the best lift. I think.
Yeah.
On sampling, because that's shit. Trust me, if you can fucking top that in rap right now, all right, good.
Yeah.
I'll
You
jump
can't
on board.
top anything that was made before 2000
I'll
with
you're
anything
right.
made today. It doesn't exist.
No, a lot of people like to say, no, Ice Cube was a sellout even back then.
Even if
Fuck
he
off.
was a sellout.
He's my favorite fucking sellout.
Even if he was a sellout, he at least had talent.
Damn right,
At
yeah.
least if you listen to the man rap,
You ever heard Natural Born Killers? I mean, that's some real shit.
You could hear his voice and his cadence and understood that was him, and that's not something that you can do with rap today, because it's all the exact same patterns, the exact same voice. Like,
Yeah.
Dre smarter, Ice Cube a little more marketable. And easy. Oh, whoops.
Ooh. R.I.P. We'll close the metal out on this. I just have an on-the-spot question for you, gentlemen. In your opinion, greatest cover of a song by a metal band? Any song. I already have mine.
Wow. Really?
Which I'll go ahead and say mine and explain why.
okay,
Mine is "Turn the Page" by Metallica.
that's not fair because you took what I was going
Hey,
to
you
say.
can suck a dog's dick. I get to go first.
Screw you, piece of
Hey,
shit.
Samuel, thanks for coming over. You can suck a dog.
Hey, man, there's a lot of other songs on Garage Inc. you can pick from.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to at this point. There's
No,
two
I-
well-known metal cover bands, and that's Disturbed and Metallica, and you just gotta basically.
Well, there you go. Actually, it was really going to be between "Turn the Page" or "Sound of Silence." I really think "Sound
That's
of
a really
Silence."
good cover.
Both those songs are covers that I think are better than the originals.
Yes, and I will weigh in with "Battery" by Moonsorrow. As
No,
better than the
that
original.
wasn't "Battery." It was "For Whom the Bell Tolls."
Oh, that's right. It's For Whom
Yeah.
the Bell Tolls. Yeah, that one in Back to North. Yeah, well, I'll go with that. I'll go with the fact that Moonsorrow can do Metallica better than Metallica. Yes.
Well, I horribly disagree
I
with
know,
you on that.
I know. I was trying to rise your ire.
But-
okay, explain why Turn the Page. Besides, saxophone solos are
Oh
terrible.
well, no, I
the
just
fact
think
that Bob Seger's an asshole.
I think
That-
Metallica took that song,
too.
and they also they made like a pretty decent video out of it as well, with Ginger Lynn, the porn star, traveling the stripper circuit with a child and trying to make ends meet. But I just think they did it better because Bob Seger, great songwriter, great dude. Vocal stylings are a little Springfield-y,
little
Springsteen-y.
little Springsteen-y, like he's trying to pass.
Not Rick
pass a
Springfield.
stone.
I'll never say a bad thing about Rick Springfield.
Yeah, Jesse's girl.
But they just do everything better.
It's everything about what that song is supposed to be about is turned up to 11.
Yeah.
In that cover. It's like the entire song is about the grittiness of being on the road
Yeah.
when you're a star. And it's like, I don't believe it when Bob Seger is up there just like being smooth and mellow and having his
The road's
strangers
fucking
passing in the
hard
night
is basically,
saxophone. No, I
We're-
need to hear some gritty shit.
Yeah. And when you watch the video with it, it totally takes it from being an artist on the road to being basically a prostitute.
Right.
And it's the same feeling on that same album when they covered Whiskey in the Jar.
Right.
It's that
Another
exact
good
same
one.
thing. When you listen to Thin Lizzy, it's like, yeah, it's a good song. I like the lyrics and everything, but do I believe this freewheeling sounding guy is some murderer on the street? No.
Yeah.
No.
Do I
no.
believe that this guy is? Oh, yes, 100%.
So since Brandon stole your pick, so your second pick then would be
My second pick is a toss-up again because you basically have to pick between Metallica and Disturbed. I think it's going to sound silly, but I love Disturbed's cover of Shout. Shout 2000 is amazing.
Yeah.
It makes me feel it every time. It's the stupidest song I've ever heard, but Disturbed makes it sound legit.
David Draymond's vocals are really, that's when they're almost at their most exaggerated. That's what it makes it so fucking fun to listen to.
Yeah. But if I had gone to my head, number 2 has got to be Whiskey in the Jar. It's my first memory of a guitar solo.
Yeah. Wow.
It's that guitar solo because it's one of the first songs that I remember hearing and can recognize as that's Metallica,
Yeah.
and that's what turned me
Isn't
on
that
to
great?
them.
The song you recognize Metallica, it ain't even a Metallica
It's not
song.
even.
right. Yeah, no.
Well, it's
That's
not
great.
like I was a little 3-year-old and mom
Yeah.
was
Oh,
putting
no,
on
no,
Ride the
absolutely.
Lightning, you know. It's,
Absolutely.
All right. Well, there we go. So yeah, that's a good one. Let us know what's your favorite cover of any song that's been covered by a metal act. Let us know either on the YouTube or throw it up on. I'm not gonna sound like an old bastard. I'm gonna go to the Walmarts. No, put it up on YouTube or put it up on our Facebook page, and we'd be.
Yeah, we'll certainly check it out. Honorable mention to Korn's cover of Earache My Eye with Cheech.
And I feel like I'm missing a.
Oh, dude, there's a treasure trove, man.
I just want to hear someone cover Mexican American. So bad.
They don't like to get up early in the morning, but they have to, so they do it real slow.
You got to get up real early in the morning to answer that one.
Guitar solo. All right, what's the worst cover though?
When Avril Lavigne covered Fuel at Metallica's MTV Icon show.
Who's the Asian fellow that was on? Like, there's a joke though. On
Hung?
American Idol. Yeah,
Hung? Richard Hung?
When he did "Achy Breaky Heart." There's some awful music out there in the world. It
Yeah,
doesn't take much
there's
to
a whole
find it.
show for bad music. We could just have a whole show dedicated to that shit.
YouTuber, period. Just look up someone who thinks they can sing on YouTube. You'll find a terrible cover.
There's plenty to choose from.
Must move along if we're trying to keep this thing manageable.
Yep.
The
we're
MMA
good.
portion of the podcast, UFC 217 is tomorrow. If you're not aware of this, maybe you're listening to the wrong show.
Yes, and this has been one that I've been looking forward to, and it all, except for Samuel let us know about the Kudalaba fight getting pulled.
Yeah, because who cares?
Because that happened like an hour and a half ago.
Yeah.
Good on you, sir. But still, out of all the fights that would have been pulled, you could have pulled anything out of the first 7, and we're good.
Do we even want to talk undercard?
We can glance over it.
Let's talk like kind of some of the big names on it, but I don't want to really get an analysis on the main card.
I mean, Alexei Oleinik,
yeah. Oleinik
fighting Curtis Blades.
Right.
2 huge guys. I'm going Rusky on this one.
Yeah, as you should. That guy is actually kind of dangerous.
Yeah, I'm really starting to believe the hype with Russians over 205.
Some Russians, yeah, but I mean, don't pick the Sambo fighters, but this guy is a straight up MMA artist.
Yeah.
Straight up with
combat
no
sambo, dude. This guy is for real.
Yeah.
With no knowledge of the fighter, just having seen Rocky IV, I will pick the Russian every time.
Russian has fought 63 times.
Dolph Lundgren's like 60 today. That's crazy.
No shit. Happy birthday, Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
I still
Dude is
wouldn't
looking
fight him.
great, by the way.
I still wouldn't fight him.
Steroids have not hurt him at
Destroy
all.
your world.
So I would recommend steroids, kids. Look into a heavy dose of steroids. Oh, wait.
Look, do you not have anyone to impress? Then take steroids.
Oh, wait. That may not be the message we want to send.
Dude's last fight is when he gave Travis Brown the rear naked choke at 213.
Yeah, I mean, which is fine. But Travis Brown needs to be choked out all the time.
That's right. That's his penance.
However, no, but he did it in a very, very artful way. Unlike the Black Beast from Houston, right?
Derek Lewis.
Yeah. Derek Lewis did it. He got him. Travis Brown made a stupid mistake. Got on. You allowed him to get his.
Yeah,
back
it actually
and
looked
choke him
like
out.
old school Travis Brown, and then he
Yeah.
got clipped, and then he was gone.
Oleinik,
Oh,
I
piss
will.
and
You
balls.
might have messed up a little bit.
Dude, how do you do this every time?
I didn't. What do you mean every time?
It's like the last 4 bottles. This has happened twice.
I saw that happen in slow
Well,
motion. I was
Walgreens
just like,
rye just sucks ass.
All right. Well, you dicks are going to have to cover this while I dig out this cork out of this bottle.
Man, don't leave me alone here. You know I got no personality.
Don't leave me alone here with him.
You know we don't get along, Kevin.
We'll cover the preliminary card while Kevin fixes that faulty bottle of rye that I had no hand in fucking up.
Absolutely none. It was sabotage. It was the Russians.
Mickey Gall making his return to the octagon after fighting CM Punk and beating his ass, and then fighting Sage Northcutt and beating his ass almost worse.
Oh, okay.
Fighting Randy Brown.
Was Randy Brown's last fight?
Yeah, I have no idea. Randy Brown is one of those variables.
Yeah.
That's just glancing over him. Mickey Gall. He's probably going to win this one.
Gotta go with Gall riding high. I mean, like, it's like watching a team that just came off a team.
Yeah, and
wins. It's
strike
like,
while the iron's hot. Dude made money when he fought CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
They put him up against the prospect of prospects in Sage Northcutt, and he fucking put him down.
destroyed him.
Yeah, Mickey Gall. I hope that streak keeps going. Welterweight needs to get pretty interesting pretty quick.
Yeah, I could use some life.
OSP, Oven St. Proof fighting Corey Anderson, light heavyweight. OSP fought, his last fight was Jimmy Manoa, I believe. And Jimmy Manoa fucked his world up. And then Jimmy Manoa went on to fight Volkov, Ozdemir. And yes, if you want to go back to that particular podcast when I said believe the hype, I continue to believe that hype. I cannot wait for his next fight. I think he might actually be fighting Cormier for the belt soon.
Yeah, DC. I was just looking at this. DC called him out.
Yeah, I really hope that fight happens.
But he says, I hope Jones gets a short suspension. Like
God,
you want to fight the guy that you're
I am
down
s-
0-2 to.
I'm
All right.
I'm so sick and tired of fucking John Jones.
Cormier will never stop trying to fight John Jones because he wants to win.
Yeah, basically Cormier is like Uriah Faber, and
He'll never stop. Jones is his white whale.
and John Jones is Dominic Cruz.
Oh my God, that's the most accurate shit
Yeah.
I've heard in a long time.
Yeah.
So, look, okay, well maybe we'll keep this podcast going for another year.
All right, we might be able to get it
You
going.
just really saved it for a year.
Thanks. Did I just blow your
World's
mind?
worst episode of Tom and Jerry. It's what it is. It's watching Jones just beat the crap out of DC, and then doing some stupid crap to just basically erase the win.
And then we get to watch DC cry, and then we see.
And then he
John
gets
Jones
the
get
belt
popped.
And then he
back.
gets the belt back.
Cries and gets
It's
the belt.
amazing.
Jones gets popped. Then hey, DC's got the belt.
Walt
It's
Harris,
ridiculous.
Walt Harris and Mark Godbeer fight we were supposed to
I
get
got beer on that one.
at 216, but it got pulled, and Walt Harris ended up fighting. Goddamn, who the hell did he fight?
Hobo, some hobo.
Oh, he
brought
fought
some almost
Verdum,
back.
didn't he?
Like I said,
Derek Lewis got pulled.
take that, Brazil.
Oh, calling him out to
Oh,
all
no
our
way.
listeners in Brazil.
Kevin does not like Brazil. I don't know if this is a revelation or
No,
not.
they are my favorite species.
Well, you and Colby Covington have very different opinions of Brazil.
Well, I was being sarcastic.
Either that or
we're
y'all-
actually kind of on the same page.
Y'all go to the same meetings. Yeah, I got Godbeer as well. James Vick, Joseph Duffy.
James Vick.
Yeah,
I don't like him, but God damn it, he's really good.
Right.
His weird get to the ground, get to submission move. It's just it's like watching a video game.
Yeah, he's going to have height and reach on him.
Yeah.
Duffy might be able to catch him.
I don't think so though. Is this the same Duffy that No, it's not the same Duffy. That's the other Duffy that ended up coming out of the same camp as McGregor, right?
Yeah, fighting out of Donegal.
This is oh, okay.
Yeah, fought Mitch Clark. He hadn't really. I mean, lost to Poirier and has fought two dudes not of note.
Man,
so.
it doesn't matter though. I mean,
I'm
James
going
Vick
with the
is-
lanky James Vick on this one.
James Vick is kind of probably going to go ahead and make everybody aware of him. What weight class is that?
That's going to be at lightweight, 155.
Yeah, no, he's God. Is there a more stacked division in the UFC than 155?
Yeah, I think lightweight might be the fucking most dangerous.
I mean, I
With
used
welterweight
to think, I used to
outside
think-
of the top two.
I used to think bantamweight was it, but that's kind of changed a little bit.
Well, we'll
and,
see with tomorrow. I mean,
well,
that's
that
going
is
to
gonna
make
be-
a huge statement tomorrow for the bantamweight
Yeah, let's
division.
talk main card then. In order.
Yes, we have arrived at the pay-per-view. Middleweight opening up. Johnny Hendricks fighting Paulo Costa,
Big Pig fighting Paulo Costa.
a Brazilian who Kevin loves and adores, an undefeated Brazilian at that.
Really? Is he a striker?
From looking at his record, oh shit.
Let me check.
Is Johnny Hendricks fighting? a
Dude
grappler?
has finished every fight he's won, and he's undefeated.
Yeesh.
Is this at middleweight?
This is at
Well,
middleweight.
it has to be because the UFC will not let Johnny
Yeah, it's
Hendricks
at
go back
185.
down to.
And by the way, Hendricks made weight.
oh, goddamn! That was
Everybody made
that was
weight
a
today.
concern.
Yeah.
All right.
Fought for Jungle Fight. I'm sure it's in Brazil.
Yes.
Has-
that's the one that Venom. That's the one that Venom
Yeah.
puts on. Yeah.
Has had two fights in the UFC against Gareth McLean and that Ulawali Bangabowski, the guy that had like the real shitty strand of hair in his face all the time, that black dude.
Oh, okay.
But then he cut it.
Yeah.
But he's 9 knockouts, 1 submission, 10 wins.
Yeah, but what I'm seeing is he's got some criticism in that he's never fought anyone in the top 10.
Well, he's fighting Johnny Hendricks, and he's only top 10 in like donut eating contests.
That's you bring him along to the county fair.
3-9 in his last three of his last 9 have been victories.
Yeah,
the
I'm
rest
gonna
of them.
have to go with the hot hand though.
Yeah, dude, I'm going undefeated. I'm going with the Brazilian on this one. He's going to knock him out, and he's going to knock him out probably pretty early.
But this
Yeah.
is at middleweight. You know what? Hendricks has been finding like a rejuvenation, fighting or training up at Jackson Wink in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
I'll go against the two.
Which,
of
by the
you.
way, he said that it was one of the hardest camps he's ever had.
Yeah. I'll go against the two of you. I'll go. God damn it! I don't like to pick Hendricks, but I'll go Hendricks on this one, I guess.
Ooh, boy, I'm never going to let you live this down.
By outlet. No, trust me, I would like to go the same way. I was waiting for Samuel to go, well, I like Hendricks.
Yep.
So I go, yes, I am going with the Brazilian. But
There's
I
nothing
can't.
wrong with the
I can't.
unanimous pick. You know
That's
that,
right.
Kevin. You don't have
Nothing
to
wrong
do
with
this.
everyone being right.
Well, here's the thing: is that Hendricks looked good on his last fight.
No, he did not. That's
No,
when
he
he fought Tim Boach and he got knocked out. Head kick.
No,
He beat he beat Lombard in his middleweight debut, and then at the Chiesa Lee card is when he missed weight, came in at 188 when he fought Tim Boach, and Tim Boach made him pay for it. Yeah,
Well,
he's lost 4 of his last 5.
Let me
You know
move
what,
a,
Kevin?
let
We'll
me
let you
move,
backpedal.
Let me move a pick. Let me move a pick then.
You get one redo.
Wow, I'll take a mulligan on that one.
That's
I'll,
right.
I'll
We'll
not
rewind
go Hendricks then.
He's
Okay.
just trying to be contradictory.
Yep.
Christ. Yeah,
So
well,
yeah,
I was trying, but-
I got Costa by first round knockout.
All
I
right.
don't know about first round, but knockout. I'm seeing that happen.
Or a decision. I mean, but yeah.
All right, fight number 2 at welterweight. Stephen Thompson fighting Jorge Masvidal.
I'm gonna be wearing my Thompson shirt tomorrow
Yeah, I'm feeling Thompson by
with
decision.
rooting for Masvidal.
Oh, fuck.
I will wear my Thompson shirt, root for Masvidal.
You're rooting for Masvidal.
I don't know how guy can be stopped. He destroyed Donald Cowboy Cerrone.
Yes,
Of course,
he did.
that seems to be actually kind of a side job for most people now.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, he last fought Maya, split decision loss. So I mean, it was really
Well, he beat the shit out of Ally Aquina like 3 years ago,
yeah.
and lost the decision.
Yeah.
This guy knows
And he
how
had that-
important it is to finish people.
Yeah, remember the Jake Ellenberger knockout?
Look, I mean.
Oh, God.
Look, if Thompson wants to come out and do his thing and actually act like a karateka, if he
Yeah.
wants to do it, cool. I think Thompson will probably get the win, but he has not looked like a karate fighter in a very long time.
You put him in a high stakes situation, and he plays it really, really safe. The first title fight with Woodley, he kind of was a little dangerous there at the end.
Yeah.
But that last one, it was just fucking ridiculous.
I think Masvidal is going to go weird finish on him.
Yeah.
And I think then everybody's going to have to reassess where Thompson's at.
I still feel like Thompson's probably going to take it by decision. It could go either way.
Well, if he could get his shit back like pre Woodley.
Yeah,
yes.
if
If
it's
he comes up there
Woodley,
and he's trying to take care of business and he's playing it smart.
I mean, you know he's going to keep distance. You know he's going to try to not absorb any damage, which could lead to a boring fight. But Masvidal will not let that happen.
I don't know. We'll see.
I
gotta
gotta
see what
agree. I
happens.
gotta agree with
Russian
Kevin. I think this is going to be, and it's going to be a shocker.
I think
it's going to be
I
a
think
big shocker.
Masvidal is going to finish him in the first.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a weird just flash.
Yeah, I hope
flash
I'm wrong though, because I
knockout.
like Stephen Thompson. I really do.
I do. I want to
Yeah.
see him actually win. I do. I kind of want to.
I want to see him beat Woodley.
Yes, I want to see him like that pre-Woodley shit when he's like knocking out fools like John Hendricks
Yeah.
on like his karate stuff. You know, like they were calling him like the American Leo Machado. You know, and man, but
Let's
yeah,
hope he doesn't go down
maybe.
the same route later in his career.
And then he gets to Tyron Woodley, and that first fight was really boring. And he was waiting for every counter, almost lost. I mean, actually, I will give him 1 gold star or a silver star in class for today because the fact that he basically had a full-on guillotine laid on him and he didn't tap.
Yeah, no,
And,
his survival
second-
is top notch.
Second fight was terrible,
Absolutely.
and really,
On
and
both
that's why
sides.
Dana White gave GSP a Bisping shot.
Well,
instead
I
of a
don't think
Woodley
GSP
shot.
wouldn't have been able to cut to 170.
Well, actually, it comes down to Dana White. Dana White said he's not going to give GSP a welterweight shot. He said that because of the welterweight champ, which is
Oh, yeah,
Woodley.
Woodley is a boring motherfucker.
He is. Okay.
So we got Kevin with first round knockout Masvidal, second round knockout Masvidal for me.
Decision Thompson.
Decision Thompson. All righty. So
I'll
man,
be-
good man.
I'll be
I like
the
the way
odd
you
man
think.
out
I
here.
like the way you think.
third fight on the card. Oh yeah, by the way, this is a title fight.
I got Joanna by knockout in the fourth.
You think she'll finish late?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
strawweight.
Yeah, this is really not a.
This
Joanna
seems so
Jacek
lopsided.
against Rose Namajunas. Now, this is one that could clearly be a Rousey home fight where Namajunas gets a weird flash knockout.
like lands like a head kick out of nowhere.
But at 115, probably not. The inertia's not there.
It just feels so lopsided. As
I
a
do.
Fight.
Joanna. I mean, absolutely. I'd like to see Rose just kind of sneak a takedown, take the back, and just sub her to the stars.
Wow, really?
She's capable of doing it.
Yeah.
But see, let's keep this in mind. Joanna has not finished her last 4 fights.
Yeah.
She hasn't had a finish in about 2.5 years.
Well, she tends to break her hands punching people.
Yeah. Yeah, no shit. Jessica Penne had to wear the brunt of that shit.
Yeah.
Carlos Bars as well.
And the Kovalkiewicz fight was epic.
This is going to be Joanna, 5 rounds. Rose hopefully surviving enough to not look a little battered.
I don't want
worse
to
for
look,
wear.
Yeah, I don't want her to look bad out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
because I like
I'm a
Rose.
nice guy.
When Rose knocked out Michelle Watterson, the karate hottie,
Right.
that was a huge knock. That's what got her this title fight.
Right.
That and Joanna's destroyed everybody.
Right. Cleaned out the division.
I'm going Joanna decision.
I got you want a
Fourth round knockout?
Yeah. What you got?
Yeah, I'm feeling 4th round, 5th round. There.
Wow.
But if Rose Namajunas
It
wins,
just feels.
it'll be awesome.
Yeah, like I wouldn't be upset
Well,
if I was wrong.
It'll give some validity to 115.
Yeah, and it'll keep you on at 115 to get the belt back. Because after
Yeah.
this, she says after this she has some announcements coming up.
Well,
I mean,
because
'cause
they introduced the
125,
featherweight, flyweight.
Flyweight,
They introduced the
125, yeah.
flyweight, 125. Why wouldn't she do that? Because I mean, she's got a hard cut to 115.
Yeah, and this is just honestly who's left for her to fight if she wins.
No one.
No one.
Nobody.
Paige
So why
Van
not?
Zandt got her ass beat by Rose. So I mean,
Why not bulk up
Yeah.
and take it up to the next level? You don't have to make that cut.
yeah, no
anymore.
kidding.
There are 2 fights left that we need to address.
Co-main event, which I think is the main event of the evening.
The co-main
The
is
fight
the best
I
fight of the
should
night.
have seen in Vegas in July.
Yeah.
God
Yeah,
damn it.
You're obviously a little bit angry, but it's
I am a little
it's
pissed
going
off
to be
about
T.J.
stuff.
Dillashaw, the former bantamweight champion, against the current bantamweight champion.
Cody, no knowledge Garbrandt.
No love.
No brain Garbrandt.
I think I know who your pick is.
Well,
No, actually, you don't.
Cody Garbrandt. I mean, you look at Cody Garbrandt. Doesn't he kind of strike you as a little bit of like a dummy?
Just a tad. But to be fair,
One of those guys, you say something witty to him, he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna fucking kill you, bro." Like that kind of dumb.
to be fair, and I don't mean any kind of insult to any fans of the sport. I'm one of them. Everyone who gets kicked in the head for a living looks stupid to me. So.
Yeah, but he's so goddamn manscaped and groomed in the face, and
Yeah.
he's got a neck tattoo.
Let's go, bro.
It looks like his mother drank while she was fucking
That
pregnant
makes
with
him
him.
stronger.
It gives him fetal alcohol syndrome, man.
He can't be beat.
But
Makes
that's
you do
why.
crazy things like get tattoos on the neck.
But that's why I'm picking him.
It's like that one kid.
That's
one
why I'm
kid in
picking
junior
him.
high that used to piss off, and he just stand in the corner and breathe real hard and hit
Oh
himself in
man,
the chest.
no,
No one
I
wants to fight that guy.
I am picking Cody Garbrandt, and I'm picking Cody Garbrandt by a violent, brutal
Yeah.
knockout finish.
Yeah, I think so. Probably second round, I think.
Yeah, I was thinking about third round. Yeah, I think because TJ. I mean, I hate to. First time I've ever not gone for TJ ever since he beat Barao.
Well, now here's the thing: is that I think Cody Garbrandt is going to win first round, maybe second, probably a violent end in the second.
Yeah.
But I'm probably I'm pulling for T.J. Dillashaw.
Yeah, like in my heart, I'm pulling for TJ. That
I,
dude deserves that belt back.
I am hoping T.J. gets the win by a weird unseen knockout, like third,
Yeah.
fourth round.
Yeah, but man,
Because
God.
I think it is going to take time, and that's the whole thing. I think what he has to do is weather the fucking onslaught from fucking Garbrandt.
Yeah, but Garbrandt has
How
shown
do you do that?
in the Cruz fight, he did that for 25 straight minutes. He made him look like a fool.
And he was fine.
Yeah, I know, but Cruz didn't do anything.
Yeah,
Dillashaw's got the ability
and
to go
Dillashaw
ahead
has
and kind of fuck him
wrestling.
up.
Yeah, he has wrestling.
He's never used the wrestling. Let's put that aside.
He used it 200 against what's his face against Asunciao.
But only for a setup for striking. The guy's coach is Bam Ludwig, and that's all he does is throw and throw. and throw.
Bam Ludwig?
Bang Ludwig.
Dwayne Bam.
Bang.
Bam.
Bang.
Man,
But yeah, I just think Garbrandt's going to come out full rage and just put this guy down because he feels genuinely slighted. This is a fight where two guys genuinely hate each other's guts.
Well, and they fought in the gym before, so they both
Yeah.
know each other, and they know each other way better than anybody should.
Right. Well, of course, yeah, they were like close. But did you see Garbrandt fucking posted the video today of him allegedly knocking out TJ?
ooh,
Because he's been talking about it. Yeah, put it out. I mean, it's grainy, it's shitty. Yeah, TJ gets put on
fine.
his ass, but
That's fine.
I don't.
But
I don't view getting put on your ass as a knockout.
no.
Not especially when you're sparring.
In training. That's the whole thing. The same thing, if you remember back in the McGregor fight, the boxing match that he had, he had that one trainer that, nope, he's saying he knocked me out, but he did not. It was a push, blah, 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 blah. Who cares what happens in training? I want to see what happens when all the goddamn cards are on the table.
You're damn right, and we're going to find out. So, Garbrandt.
Gotta go Garbrandt with you guys.
Yeah.
I tried to
do you
stick up
see, you see Garbrandt with a finish?
Yeah, I'm seeing knockout.
Well, if it's not a finish, it's going to be TJ's fight.
TJ on the card, yeah. I agree. All right,
and then the pop of the big explosion that is the main card. We have the pop.
Iron Maiden just came out, and now it's being followed up by like an Aerosmith cover band.
That's right. That's about
right.
right.
I'm excited to see a man who's been retired for 4 years.
I'm not excited to see GSP at 185.
I'm not excited to see the fact that Michael Bisping is going to be fighting some guy on a title defense. He's yet to defend this title against anybody that is worth a shit. Hey,
anyone under the age of 30.
Would it be fun if he had to fight Dan Henderson? Yeah, who's my age. Yes, that's fun. And they put it out there, and Hendo won, but the judges said nope.
Yeah. He's had the belt since June of last year and has defended it once against Hendo.
Yeah. And then he's going to be fighting a guy that's only slightly younger than Hendo.
Yeah. So, I mean, we got to take that into consideration. He's also had a pretty gnarly layoff from the octagon, over a year.
He's been gone for a little bit.
And
almost
before
got
that, it was
with Masvidal, which I think would have been great at the hotel.
Oh, no. I'd pay money for that. Put that shit at 180-pound catch weight. I'll pay $20 to watch it on TV.
I think this is going to be a boring fight.
It is.
Because
right.
they're both going to be sloppy.
Unless Bisping does what he says he's going to do.
Which is knock him out real early.
Which is give him the old Rockhold treatment.
But I think, if GSP gets a hold of him and is able to get a takedown, oh, yes, you're talking about a very boring fight.
Yeah. I mean, dude.
It'll just be on the ground the whole time.
Dude is 6'1", Bisping. GSP 5'10", 76-inch reach for Bisping. I mean, for GSP, and he actually has the advantage by a half inch. So reach, that's not going to really play in. I don't think the height's going to either.
That's not. And
it's all going to be about what GSP has done in the past 6 months.
Yeah.
Because he hadn't been training for 4 years. Dude, it seems like, have you seen any of the hype video?
No,
Sam, for anything? If you, I might pull some up for you after this. He looks very soft in the midsection.
Well, it's like I was saying before we started the show. His esports team is holding tryouts this week. The man has been getting together an esports team and organizing it and getting it in the fighting game tournaments. He's not been training. Like, if you've got time for that, you're not in any kind of fighting shit.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, Street Fighter don't count.
I mean, it'd be great. I'd like to see GSP just come back and be a GSP.
It's a great story.
But then I would like to see, but if he's at 185, that means we get that Johnny Hendricks rematch.
But, it would be a better story.
I haven't even thought that far out.
You bring Johnny Hendricks in, and you reignite his fire, and he comes up and fucking destroys GSP and rewrites history.
Well, unless he loses to Costa.
We'll see, but I got to go with the high hand in that one. So.
All right, friends. I hate to call you out on the spot. Who you got? Main event.
Main event, I got Bisping by knockout in like the second.
I think Bisping by decision, honestly. He's the only one who's been fighting. And even if he wasn't fighting anyone good, it's still a fight. So
I'm going to be a contrarian.
Good. I like that. Because that gives me hope.
Right?
I don't want Bisping to win, but I think he
I don't want Bisping to win either. And, I really want that GSP. I know I'm not going to get the GSP of old. No one's going to get that. But I would love to see him come back after going into the darkness, fighting all the demons, not being impressed by performance.
I don't know, man.
And,
I mean,
fucking beating his ass for 25 minutes because that's what GSP does. He's not a finisher anymore. He will grind you down for 25 minutes. It's going to be a boring fight. We've all already said that.
Okay, so what are the requirements? How does GSP win this fight?
Oh, gosh.
Is it a takedown in the first round?
No, I don't think. I really hope he relies on his boxing.
Well, he was
what he
only
learned
got
from Freddie Roach.
Freddie Roach and Faraz Zahabi.
Yeah, so I mean, I think if his boxing get him through the first round or two, get Bisping a little exhausted. Bisping has a great tank. Don't get me wrong. And I have no reason to think that GSP won't have a great tank. I mean, we'll find out soon enough, I'm sure. But you box him for 10 minutes, and then Bisping's going to be a little exhausted. And those takedowns, successful or not, are going to take more out of Bisping than I think it will out of GSP.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
So,
could
but
see
again,
that.
I just don't think it's going to be. It's not the marquee fight. It's just main event because GSP
No,
is in it.
it's not going to be the best fight of the night. It's the marquee fight, but it's
Yeah.
not the best fight.
I have
And
GSP.
UFC does that a lot.
Don't
It's gonna be
understand the card placing for it. I don't understand why this is the marquee fight.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Bisping wins first 2 rounds and GSP wins the first 3. Last 3, I mean.
It could happen.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think it'll go to decision. Either way,
It'll
'cause
be
I don't
really
think-
close enough to where one side's going to bitch about it.
Yeah, there's going to be plenty of
Unless
excuses.
Bisping knocks him the fuck out, which if he does, fucking more power to him. Then he deserves to have that belt because he's going on the goddamn senior tour and just cleaning house.
Very much.
Just next week, he just walks into a retirement home.
Bring back Chuck
Beats the
Liddell.
crap out of Grand
Bring
Let's
back
get
Chuck
Chuck
Liddell
Liddell
for
this time.
$219. If Connor don't come back, we'll get Chuck back.
You knew what this was. You knew what this was.
It's time for us
man.
to do the big wrap up. We got to do the big wrap up. We
Picks.
We do picks. I'll let Brandon do the first picks, so that way Sammy knows what's up because we're going to do picks. Mead, Metal, MMA. So that means drinking, music, and violent sports. What do you got, Brandon?
I'm going to start with booze. I'm going fucking Grimfrost, lingonberry Mead.
Yeah.
You sell out.
I know. I'm a shitty individual.
Do you want to go around the table?
I think we should.
Okay. All right. Picks.
Mead.
Well, drink. Drink of any ilk.
Drink of any sort.
Drink.
Oh,
And Budweiser's a good pick too, by the way.
It is.
hard to go wrong with Maker's Mark 46. Honestly.
Boy. I'm going rye whiskey. I'm going bullet rye. 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row.
The streak lives.
It
metal.
may start a streak. It may start a streak.
Metal music. I'm going fucking Metallica. Turn the page. Kind of really want to listen to that now.
Just the entirety of Garage Inc.
Sam, what you got?
Led Zeppelin Immigrant Song.
Not bad.
Holy shit.
Not bad.
That's a good
Have
pick.
you ever not been hype after listening
No,
to that?
I mean, no. That's awesome.
Come from the land of the ice and snow.
We rarely have guests that have great musical taste.
Yeah, Ruben's on here like, hey, arsonists get all the girls.
I'm going to go in Search of Sun on the brand new one on Virgin Funk.
Yeah,
Club.
certainly honorable mention
Check it
on
out.
it.
Can't fight it.
MMA, pugilistic metal fighting.
Your pick, and by the way, and the pick here doesn't mean like tomorrow's fight or anything else. You could pick Chuck Liddell fighting somebody like way back when, but obviously in front of a big pay-per-view, we usually do pick the fights themselves. So.
Yes, I'm going with GSP, winning that belt, defending it against Robert Whittaker.
I am going crazy. I'm going Mickey Gall.
Oh,
Mickey
good
Gall.
man. Good man. I fucking hope he rocks tomorrow. I really do.
God, until somebody slows him down.
Yep. Sam?
You know, I am intrigued by the idea of Johnny Hendricks coming back with some kind of fire.
I thought you just said Jimi Hendrix.
That would be amazing.
Are you
He
experienced?
just rises up out of the middle of the octagon and just kicks.
Fucking
the shit.
decapitates Johnny Hendricks, takes his place at 185.
I like the way the
what?
Sam he rises from the
Look,
dead.
I was going to make a joke about that new masked fighter, Jones Johns, who's showed up in the undercard. I don't know this guy, but he looks promising. But
Bushy
no,
mustache
I
that guy has. Wearing a Lucha Libre mask, too, I think.
I hear that the luchadors have a large coat,
Oh,
but I gotta
shit.
go with the Hendricks fight. Like I know I picked against him, but that's an interesting narrative if this man just comes
That's a
back.
must win.
Yeah,
though.
I
That's
mean,
a
there's
must win. I
no
appreciate
excuses
it.
can be made if he fails.
But it could
Bellator
be,
bound if he loses.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's gone. But if he wins, he could get back on the track.
Yeah, but he's got to win like 3 more for anyone to give a fuck, including myself.
Man,
That
you
dude
got-
has some serious ground to gain.
Yeah, used to.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's gonna be fun. All right,
Sam, many thanks, man, for joining us
Problem.
today.
Thank you for having me.
let us know what your
You're gonna
picks
be
are.
you're gonna be joining us tomorrow, right?
Oh yeah.
Fucking
Oh,
A.
hell yeah.
Check
There we
the
go.
wife out.
Good. All right. Let us know what your picks are. YouTube, over the Facebook page, whatever you got. By the way, we do have Green Man available for those
Yes.
who want to support our musical efforts. And actually, we're looking at things beyond music, by the way,
Indeed.
that we'll reveal for 2018.
Yeah, we might do that on the anniversary show.
Maybe. So here's where I'm going to bring it up with Samuel. So, do we celebrate episode 50 because it's a landmark 50? Or do we go 52 because that's the 1 year point?
I think you make a minor mention of it for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes on the 50th, and then you celebrate 52.
Okay, but
Suck it. Suck it, son.
But would you get drunk for both?
Yes.
There you go. You suck it, motherfucker.
Is there a reason to be drunk? Yeah. Well, you know what I'm doing.
Well, 2 beer and 3 shot of rye and a little glass of mead. I'm doing pretty good right now on 49.
Just looking for reasons to celebrate.
That's right.
Samuel, we do appreciate you joining us, brother, and we always appreciate you, and we'll get you on again before long. I mean, we just can't have you every week, but we'll get you again here in a few weeks. Or
Hell yeah,
months
man.
You call me up. I'll be late to it. We'll do it.
Ah, there we go.
It's the honesty that we love.
That's it. All right, check it out. In Search of Sun. Get out and find a little sometime, son.
Enjoy the fights tomorrow, friends.